hands down one of the richest YouTubers on the planet. Today we're taking a look at how Mr. Beast has built his wealth empire and generates around $90 million from his YouTube channel every single year. That's so much money. So much money. The crazy part is this guy is still in his early 20s and he is just getting started. So if you're excited for his wealth analysis, go ahead and type in the comments beast and let's get started. Okay, so let's talk about his first income stream, and that is AdSense revenue, or the money generated from his Google AdSense on his channel. Now this makes up approximately 15% of his entire income, which is crazy. I thought it would make up way more, but if you're pulling $90 million a year, I can understand why. And so I estimate about $3 million per month from Google AdSense revenue, and I'll talk about how I got to this number here in a second. But essentially, it all has to do with a YouTube channel's CPM, or cost per mile, but really what it means is it's a dollar amount that a YouTuber earns per 1,000 views. So for every 1,000 views that a YouTube creator earns on their channel, they get paid a certain amount called, and that number is called the CPM. So on my YouTube channel, my CPM is relatively very high. It's about $80. So for every 1,000 views, I get paid $80 from Google AdSense revenue. Now, for YouTubers like him, like Logan Paul, like other YouTubers who don't really have a specific niche, they're more like in the entertainment, they're more general, but they're just really, really big and famous. They make anywhere between $2 to $3 to $4. We're gonna say that Mr. Beast makes more than that. We're gonna say he makes around $6 for his CPM. And so if you go onto Social Blade, so first of all, background, Mr. Beast has obviously his Mr. Beast channel that has over 50 million subscribers. And then he also has his channel, the Mr. Beast Gaming channel, which is a really big channel too. Okay, so if you go to socialblade.com, you can look up these YouTuber stats. So if you go to socialblade.com, look up Mr. Beast, you'll see that he's generating on average right now 11 million views per day. Now that's per day. That's insane. Like one day I would love to reach that amount per year. Okay, I mean, that would be so cool. So he's generating 11 million views per day. So if we do the math, if we divide 11 million by 1,000 and then we multiply by $6, it's around $120,000 to $125,000 per day in Google AdSense revenue. And I'm also including the sum of his views generated from his other channel, the gaming channel, which is anywhere between 6 to 7 million views per day on his gaming channel. So together, that number, then I take that and divide it by 1,000 and then multiply by 6 and then blah, 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 divide x plus y equals xy, blah, blah, blah. Just kidding. But when you do that on the low end, it's like $110,000 and $130,000 per day that he's generating. That's wild. So that's how much you could say he's making in Google AdSense. By the way, analyzing Mr. Beast and all of his income streams and his wealth and what he's done on YouTube and with the community, it inspires me, and I hope that this video inspires you definitely to take action and building a lot of wealth leveraging this YouTube platform. Now, the next income stream that we're talking about is brand deals and sponsorships. So this income pot of money generates around 11 to 12% of his total revenue, and basically what I was able to find out was on his main Mr. Beast channel, he does around 1 to 2 video sponsorships per month on the channel. And so per sponsorship, he gets paid anywhere between $300,000 to $500,000 per sponsored video, and that's on his main channel. And so on his gaming channel, he does more sponsorships, like around 2 to 3 sponsorships per month, and gets paid on average around $400,000 for those sponsorships on the channel. So that's just under $1 million per month generated by brand deals and sponsorships on the Mr. Beast channels. And with an audience that big, he can charge these huge numbers for a shout out. But what's genius about him is that he makes the best shout outs and the most creative advertisements I've ever seen in my life, even better than the Super Bowl commercials. This guy is super creative, and it's no wonder why he gets paid so much money for these shout outs. And so actually, a lot of you guys watching this video may have heard or know about the video he did that mimics the Squid Game series on Netflix. So he has a video on his channel. It has over 240 million views. Okay, so he did a video. It's like a 35-minute video where he recreates the entire Squid Game series game scenes, right? And he has participants just like he does on the Squid Games. And I think, I don't know, he invested like $1.1 million in the setup and recreation of these games. And the winner of the games literally won $456,000. So just about $500,000 for the first place prize winner. The second place winner, I think, got around $10,000. And everybody who participated, which is over 400 people, got $2,000 just for participating. And Mr. Beast, he's the absolute genius when it comes to watch time retention. He's the best. He's the best YouTuber hands down in order to capturing somebody's attention and holding it. So for example, if you look strategically at what he did in this Squid Games video, he jumps right into the game. So within 16 seconds, you're already in the game watching red light, green light, and the participants, and you're like, what? And you know, that was a very intense game that started out in the very first episodes of Squid Games. The episode really where everyone was like, oh my God, what kind of series is this? I need to keep watching, right? So he jumps to that because he knows not to make the viewer wait for what they want to see. So he gets right to the point really fast all the time. And he's very, very energetic and has always a creative thing going on in the beginning of the video, which helps tremendously with the watch time retention of the beginning of the video. And so some of his videos, but especially the Squid Game video, he really got cinematic with it. And there's so many cool story plots to this video. Like he makes some stories and cool twists about specifically some of the contestants, and it's really fun to see. And then one of the most intense part of the show, like in the video, in his video, is when the guys are walking across the bridge and you're just like, oh my God, at the edge of your seat. And that's when he decides to put in the sponsor of that video, and it's genius. It's really, really cool. So I would say as part of his wealth bucket, you could add about $1 million of revenue with his brand deals and sponsorships. This is really interesting. So I call this a bonus income stream because I'm not sure if it's a part of the 90 million or not, but it's definitely significant. And that is Mr. Beast burger chain that he just launched at the end of 2020. And so basically what happened was towards the end of the first year of the pandemic, the end of 2020, Mr. Beast launched a chain of burger joints around the United States. And he did this by working with a company who does virtual dining concepts. So the idea is there's several thousand of restaurants around the country that have lots of basically space, lots of occupancy, and lots of real estate that they're not using for their own restaurant. And so the idea is that space would be occupied and promoted and leveraged by big influencer names like Mr. Beast. So you think there's like Tyga, and like there's Mariah Carey who's done this, and obviously Mr. Beast now. So it's not like, it's almost like, think of it as like drop shipping for food. He has nothing to do with the production of the burgers or anything like that. By putting his name on this Mr. Beast burger chain, that's going to attract people to the fast food and to wanting to buy the burgers themselves. So it's a really incredible concept, and I like the concept because one, it helps the economy, it helps produce more jobs, it helps occupy real estate that wouldn't have never been used, kind of like Airbnb. It's like people get to rent out a room that otherwise would just be empty and not occupied. And it's the same idea with this VDC company. So it's pretty incredible. So he has created over 300 chains around the US, and also he created the Mr. Beast Burger app, which already has over 1 million downloads, and people can order the hamburgers and anything on the menu directly from the application. And so the way he's able to make more than $700,000 per month right now is because he makes, for every order, approximately on average, he makes about $1.33. And this is profit. This isn't revenue. And so there's about 18,000 orders per day. If you do the math and multiply it, that's about $24,000 per day multiplied by 30 days. And that is $720,000 per month in pure profit. And again, just like all his other income streams, he's just now getting started with this burger chain, and it's a really cool concept actually. And I myself definitely want to look into this virtual dining concept. It's really, really cool. And so the next income stream, which I've calculated to be his highest income stream, is the Mr. Beast merchandise. So that is all the t-shirt designs, the hoodie designs, and the apparel and everything that he sells with his Mr. Beast logo, and also his gaming merchandise as well. So it's an e-commerce store where he sells his merchandise. And the way that he's able to really dominate with merchandise, like the way that a lot of people and creators don't really do it, is he has limited edition merchandise that he launches, which causes scarcity and also exclusivity. Because, for example, one piece of merchandise that he launched, I can't remember what the design was, but I remember that he stayed up all night or like all day and signed like 60,000 pieces of shirts, like with his signature. He just signing. So everybody who got that exclusive, once in a lifetime piece of merchandise got his signature. And so he really tries to, what I noticed is he tries to really make the connection with his fan base. He does a really great job at that. And that's why with his merchandise launches, he's really able to create a lot of revenue. And so if his store is seeing about 1 million visitors a month on the store with a 20% conversion rate, and if he's selling an item on average for $30 a pop, you could estimate that he's making around $6 million from his merchandise every single month, which is a big pot of the pie chart. So maybe like around 70% of his income is coming from his Mr. Beast and his Mr. Beast gaming merchandise. So that's a big chunk of change, and he's done very, very well at selling merchandise with his YouTube channel. And so as a creator myself and a YouTube entrepreneur, I took a lot of key things away about doing this investigation on Mr. Beast. And one of the first takeaways that I noticed is that he has a lot of fun with everything he does. I mean, you can see his passion in all of the videos he creates, all the different projects he has going on, from the hamburger project to his merchandise to his sponsored videos, which he tries to make super creative every single time. He has fun and he enjoys the journey. And, you know, people look at his success now and they're like, oh my God, he's built this empire. But really, just like anybody else, he started back in 2012 with zero, a beginner, a novice, not knowing anything, and just starting off fresh on YouTube. And so that's what one of the things that, you know, had to keep in mind is like, make it fun, because YouTube can be extremely fun. And so that's what he does. He's really, really good at enjoying the process and making it fun. The next key to really dominating and creating a business that's successful with YouTube is building a team. He has a team of like at least 30 people. I've heard up to 40 people. So between 30 to 40 people, he has a team around him that helps with everything, with all the different income streams he has going on, obviously video production and editing. And so that's also really important for the creator, because your job as the creator is just that, to create. So you have to have a team to be able to do the things that you can't, so that you can maintain that creative space and stay in your zone of genius and continue to do what you do best. As I already mentioned, he's been consistent. Consistency is key. He's been consistent since 2012. That's how he's made and gained over 50 million subscribers on his channel. Also, he connects very, very well with his audience. So as I talked about in the Squid Games video, he has giveaways all the time. And I think also this is why he doesn't have that much money of what he makes, because he gives away things all the time. Cars, houses, money. And I mean, I think, you know, it's I would probably save more of my money, but it is really cool that he's able to connect with his fan base and really just give back in the way he does. And I know that the giveaways do come straight out of his pocket, or straight from the earnings and the profit of what he's making in the business. And as I mentioned too, with, you know, having a lot of fun, he's really enjoying the process and just enjoying the journey of where exactly he's at, no matter where it is. He has passion every time that he creates a piece of content, and that's super admirable in my opinion. Okay, if you liked this video, I know you're gonna like this video coming up next, which is all about creating $2,000 per month, the simple way and the steps to get there. So I'll see you on this video. I'm sure you're gonna like it. Click right here and I'll see you there. No intro, no BS, let's get into it. The first thing that I wanted to mention here is that if you are a full-time established YouTuber with a mission-driven business behind your channel.